what happens when a book distributor releases your book early? This is something that has been known to happen. It's not all the time, but sometimes they just kind of let your book out into the world a little bit early. How do you, as an author or publisher, respond to this? Now, we know that we set up specific book release days. We want our book birthdays. We probably set up parties and events and all of the marketing things around it. If it happens early, you can do a couple of different things. You can ignore it. You can pretend that it didn't happen. You can ignore it so that it's not acknowledged and you don't have to deal with it. And then you can treat the other day like the release day. Who's going to know? You're going to know. Your fans are not going to know. Treat it like it's normal original release day. But what I like to do is leverage it for my marketing capabilities. I have had this happen before. I have had things release before the intended date. And you know what? It works so well to my benefit because I can take to social media and I can say, distributor, whichever distributor it is, has released this book early. Let's live it up. You can get it early here on this one platform. You have the ability to go over here and get it before everybody else. We're going to do a surprise release party. I have thrown surprise release parties and my gosh, it's taken me to #1 on the charts. You want to make sure that you are leveraging it. So you can either ignore it and just go with your normal plan, or you can leverage it. The only way that this hurts you, okay, listen here. The only way that an early release date actually hurts you is if you're trying to make a list, because it's from a specific date to a specific date. They're taking into consideration the number of sales that you have to make it onto the USA Today bestsellers list or whatever it happens to be. That's the only way it hurts you. So unless you are doing like serious marketing with thousands upon thousands of dollars to get yourself on these lists, it's not actually going to impact you and hurt your sales. If it releases early, leverage it. Leverage it. I love to jump on and say, hey, listen, Amazon released this book early. You can get it right now. You can get it right now and get the extra things. If you get it right now, all the stuff, like heavily market this. And we throw the parties, we throw the events, we put up the TikToks, we put up the Instagrams. This is a great way to get attention because this isn't something that normally happens. If you had a release date in mind, it was set, ready to go, and all of a sudden magically it's there, get on social media and be like, surprise, it glitched, something happened, and it's here for you. You think people aren't going to love that? We love the drama in the book community. Lean into this. This is a good opportunity for you to market. So if you have the ability to throw parties, to do extra things, by all means do. If you don't, that's okay. You can come on and market and say, hey, listen, they released it early. We're going to have our party on the actual intended release date on fill in the blank date. But for today, let's see if we can hit the charts with this surprise release. And you can lean into that. I keep saying lean into it, but this is something you want to embrace. It is not bad. It is not scary. It should not be hurting you in any way. It's not hurting your feelings. This is the good thing. This is actually going to work to your benefit if you market it properly. If you don't market it properly, what's going to happen? Nothing. Nothing's going to change because nobody's going to know it's there. If they pre-ordered the ebook, it might show up on their device early, which means they can read it early, which means some of them might take to social media. Pay attention. Look for your hashtags. Pay attention to what people are saying, because if they're marketing it for you, by all means, let them do that. You can even create a campaign where you are going to say, hey, if you ordered this book in ebook form, it released early. Check your Kindle, check your reading device, see if it's there. And if it is, post about it on social media, and you can show off all of those people's content. You can repost it on Instagram. You can highlight them in some way. You can do something to build them up to make other people want to do it too. If they got it early, they're going to want to jump on this content train where they're getting praised, where they're going to get called out, where they're going to get shown off by authors that they like. This is so full of opportunities for you. This is not a bad thing, but you do need to be mindful of it because you're not always going to realize it. So make sure you're paying attention. I always recommend, if you are putting out a new book, that you buy your own or you pre-order your own ebook just to make sure it delivers properly on the right day. Whether or not we're worried about these glitches happening, other glitches can happen. So if you have new books out, always order your own ebook. It's only a couple dollars. You're not charging yourself that much, but this is going to allow you to make sure things worked properly, because we know there are so many glitches when things go out, especially the digital formats. So I highly recommend that you know what's going on, so that if it releases early, if there's some kind of delivery glitch, if it puts out a different manuscript, which yes, sometimes it does, it's happened to me, you know what's going on. So the day it's supposed to release, or if it releases early, it's there. You can check it and you know everything is the way it's supposed to be before it goes out. If you've got questions on this or some of the other glitches and how to navigate them, please drop it down below and follow along for more helpful tips to make this your most profitable publishing year ever. We want to make sure you are thriving in this space and saving yourself time and effort and stress, because this should not be difficult and this should not be time consuming and this should not be emotionally taxing on you. We want to make sure that you are loving your author life and profiting from it as well. We'll see you in the upcoming episodes.